So everybody's freaking out. There's a big mass distraction happening right now. Did Russia hack? The Russia hack? Russia's hacking. Russia's hacking. Oh, I'm here with the comedian Ron Placone and Hank Thompson. And
whoa,
hey, there it is.
Not bad. It's like we're in the future.
So I just wanted to remind everybody: Did Russia hack John Podesta's emails? We already did a segment on this, but I'll just say here's the UK ambassador to Russia made a great point. He said if the CIA knew about this stuff actually happening, they would be doing stuff about it, meaning arresting people and they're not doing any of that, he said, which means they're making it up. And so here's another thing you have to remember, right? Here's what Noam Chomsky was asked about the CIA. This is back in 2009. And let's just listen to what he had to say about the CIA back then.
Aren't they recruiting? Aren't these self-interested?
They're recruiting for the. They're recruiting for the CIA.
Using the CIA.
They're recruiting for the CIA. They're not recruiting for.
Common mindset.
They're recruiting for the CIA. They're not recruiting for Microsoft or Wall Street. This concentration on CIA atrocities is one of the techniques that's used to avoid criticism of the government of a real power. If you can blame something on the CIA, this kind of rogue outfit, then you do exactly what the government wants you to do. The CIA is there for what's called plausible deniability. It's the phrase that's used inside. So if the government wants to say, overthrow the Indonesian, if Washington wants to overthrow the government of Indonesia, you say, okay, the CIA did it. And then you can say, well, we don't have anything to do with it. That's just that rogue outfit if something goes wrong. The CIA is an agency of the executive branch of the government. They do what the executive branch of the government tells them to do. There's a long record, rich record, and there are some exceptions, but overwhelmingly, the CIA is just an agency of the executive which acts in ways to provide plausible deniability, to sort of keep us clean if something goes wrong. Then you blame them if something goes wrong. And that's true on case after case. So, yeah, when you talk about the CIA, you should think of that as a metaphor. It's a way of describing what the executive branch of the government is doing and the corporate backers of the executive branch, and they've got this agency which carries out the ugly stuff for them.
So just remember that the CIA is just an arm of the executive branch. They're just a tool, and they just do nefarious stuff all the time. They're professional liars. They're professional, so again, and everyone's running around like maniacs about this Russia story. And just keep in mind that just what he just said. That's the CIA is an extension. They do exactly what the executive branch wants them to do. They work for them. They appoint them. The whole deal. And by the way, the FBI and the CIA disagree over the Russian hack. Ron Placone is here. Ron, you have anything to say?
Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, I think another thing, and I'm going to paraphrase this quote because I don't remember the verbatim, but he said something along the lines of that the CIA also can serve as a scapegoat at times when you don't want to place the blame on government. Again, paraphrasing what he actually said.
Yes.
During the campaign, we said this on the show when the whole thing came, and members of the Clinton campaign were just. We had that one clip of the campaign head that was on MSNBC, and he was just sitting there, almost like a Pavlovian dog effect, where they were just like, "Well, what about these Russia? What about Russia?" And we said, confront the information that's in it instead of having and yeah, if Russia's meddling, is that bad? Of course it's bad, but confront the actual information that's in it. They never ever did that, and this is a testament to that.
And so the CIA says, oh, we have definite proof that it was the Russians. Well, why wouldn't you show it? And why would you say that stuff? Are you being directed to by the executive branch to run interference for blah 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 blah? Just the fact that the journalists are putting all this credence in the fucking CIA. Whatever the CIA said, I don't know if you remember, that weapons of mass destruction were a slam dunk. That's what the CIA said. And so all these lefty journos with their heads up their ass screaming with their hair on fire, those are two metaphors. Screaming with their hair on fire about CAA need to fucking rein it in. But they won't, and they'll keep hurting our democracy. And it's, I'm a goddamn nightclub comedian, and I see through how shitty journalism is in America. It's not journalism. It's propaganda by corporations. Hey, we're doing another live Jimmy Dore show the day after Christmas, December 26th. We're doing a live Jimmy Dore show in Burbank, California. Come see it. There's a link for tickets right there.